So in 1.14, the way you get emeralds is through villagers. And these are the two villagers you're going to need. This one requires a fletching table for the fletcher, and this one requires a brewing stand from the cleric. Now, the reason you need the fletcher is so that you can trade sticks for emeralds, and then using those emeralds to level up the cleric and buy the ender pearls. Make sure you do this strategy in 1.14.4 specifically, or else you will be limited to 2 restocks per day, and the prices will increase sharply. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to get an insane amount of sticks to get all your emeralds. The first and most obvious way is to go ahead and pretty much all the trees in sight. You're going to want something other than a stone axe, like maybe an iron axe or a diamond axe. The materials for these can be found inside nether fortresses. If you are chopping down wood with just an axe, using these dark oak trees can really help because there are a lot of logs in a confined space. A more advanced strategy is to use TNT to blow up these dark oak trees. This will not work with any other tree. What you can do is find a small grouping of them and then place your TNT and watch it blow. You want tight groupings of at least 3 or 2 trees if you're being risky. Like here, we have 3, and I'm going to place a grass block to elevate the TNT and then light it on fire. When you're collecting all this wood, make sure to plug up these holes to force the items up top. Like in this example, there is a little slot with some wood on the floor. Instead of just dropping into the pit like here, which would be a time waste, you can just place a block and then it automatically forces it out. Once you get your first tree, you want to take your log and then right click and drag so that you have slots open only for dark oak logs. So instead of just storing your inventory after every tree, they will automatically go into these slots. Another thing you can blow up is acacia village houses. Because they're mainly made of logs, you can use this TNT in the same way. However, it's to be noted you have to use a button in case a villager gets hurt by the blast. If you use a button, the villager will not be able to detect that it's you who triggered the TNT. When you place your button, you want to place it on the TNT so as soon as it ignites, you can get your button back. Once you blow up your first house, you want to do the same thing as you did with the dark oak. However, there are many more wood types in the acacia village. First, you want to spread out the acacia wood, then the acacia logs, and then finally your acacia planks. One benefit of blowing up acacia villages is that you can grab these beds as you're getting your wood. Sometimes you'll get unlucky though, and you'll have a lot of houses that are primarily made of terracotta, like in this village. You'll have to be smart with your placements. For example, in this house, there's a lot of clay on the walls, and most of it is just on the floor. So instead of piling it up like normal, you can break a hole in the floor and put down your TNT. And this is the result. If you ever get the rare circumstance of having a really hot biome and a really cold biome next to each other, you can use these tundra houses as well. The logic is the same, since they're mainly made of logs as well. Just like in the Savannah village, once you get your first couple houses, you want to spread out the wood types. You'll have the stripped spruce wood, the stripped spruce log, and the spruce planks. Now you might be asking where you're going to get all this TNT in a normal speedrun. The answer is a desert temple. What you do is, when you go down to loot it, you want to make sure that you drop down and break the pressure plates first thing you do. And from there you can drop down and grab all this TNT. You'll have 9 blocks. If you are first starting out this category, you might not want to be resetting your worlds to get this temple, because it is decently rare. You might want to just stick with axing down normal trees for your first run. Once you have roughly 6 stacks of logs, you can continue to trading with your villagers. What you want to do is go to your recipe book and then show off craftable. And then from there, you can start making your sticks. Now, the Fletcher has a 2/3 chance of having this stick trade. In certain cases, he will not though, and all you have to do is to break the workstation you placed down, and then place it back again. Now, the way to fast trade is to select your trade, hold down shift, and then click, and then press space to put the trade back into this menu. And then if you spam those, you can get lots of emeralds in a short amount of time. It's recommended that you level up the cleric while you're trading with your Fletcher, so that you can get 2 villagers going at the same time. Now there's 3 different routes to level up the cleric. The first one is to get redstone dust all leveled up. The next is to shift click the lapis and then shift click any gold you have. In this case, I won't. And you're gonna have to wait for the cleric to restock the lapis trade again, which may take some time. Once it happens, you shift click the lapis trade once more. Then you're gonna have to wait for the cleric to restock a third time. And then finally, you're gonna have to buy this exactly 4 times. And then you get your ender pearl trade. The second way to do it is to buy all the redstone dust, then shift click your lapis and shift click your gold, but in this case I won't have any. Next you'll have to wait for the lapis to restock again, and then you shift click your lapis. But then this time you can buy 2 of your glowstone. This will be slightly expensive than the one before, but it saves time since you're not waiting for another restock. And then you get your ender pearl trade. The third and last way to level up the cleric is to level up all the redstone dust, shift click your lapis trade and then any gold you have. And then this time, you won't wait for lapis to restock at all. Instead, you'll just buy 8 trades of this glowstone. And then you get your ender pearls. Now for some frequently asked questions. Why won't my villager lose its profession when I break its block? The answer is it's either dawn, night, or dusk. Or you already traded with him, and he won't lose his profession. Second question. Why won't my villager restock? The answer is it's either dawn, night, or dusk, or its workstation is completely inaccessible to the villager. Also, it may just be a matter of taking long to restock. Another question, why isn't my cleric selling me ender pearls? The cleric only has a 2/3 chance of selling you ender pearls, and this 1/3 chance you can do nothing about, other than try another villager or reset the run. Why did my villager raise his prices? Either you punched this villager, punched another villager, or you're playing in the wrong version. Make sure to play 1.14.4. What do I do when I'm waiting for the villagers to restock after the sun goes down? Answer is nothing. Just wait and sleep when you can. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below, or you can join my Discord or the official speedrunning Discord. Make sure to like and subscribe so that other people can see this guide and get informed as well.